So I have been wanting to record a yoga video for a long time now, actually, but I've always found, excuses not to do it or just not had the time. But I feel like right now is kind of the perfect time and I don't have any excuse not to do it. I know that there's a lot of people who are looking for things to do at home, um, kind of feeling cooped up and wanting to move, but also with all this uncertainty, there's a lot more anxiety. And even for people who might not usually feel anxious, I know that a lot more people are experiencing that. And for me, yoga's always been so grounding and so helpful during those times that I really wanted to use this as an opportunity to share that with the world or with my friends. So that being said, I would like to share my first yoga video. Today it's going to be a really short, easy practice. And for those who do not do yoga very much, just know that there's no right or wrong in yoga. There's no being good at yoga. A lot of people tell me, oh, you're good at yoga, you're so flexible, but it's actually so much more just about listening to your body, getting in tune with your breathing, and just more in tune with yourself and finding that moving meditation. And that's where the real benefit comes from. So, do your best and listen to your body and just try to enjoy it. So I'm going, oh, Grigio knocked down my candle. There might be cat interruptions, so I'll try to maybe edit those out. But I'm going to flow through the practice. We'll start with a seated meditation and I'll lead in that. And then as I do the practice, I will do kind of a voiceover so that you can watch me and then also hear the movements. So for the meditation, I would first just say find a quiet spot with not too many interruptions. Clearly, I don't really have that right now, but I'm going to do my best. But find somewhere that you can sit comfortably. And when you think about sitting comfortably, think about sitting up straight, but not forcing yourself to be stiff as a board or anything like that, but just finding a way to sit up straight, but also find some ease in your body. So maybe rolling your shoulders up and down a few times, just kind of swaying side to side and allowing yourself to settle into a position that feels comfortable. So first we'll do that, and then you can either close your eyes, or I usually just kind of relax my gaze towards a point on the ground. Just kind of let my eyes relax, finding a focus that's more inwards, letting go of everything around, any distractions. And then just start to notice your breathing. So without needing to change your breathing in any way, just notice how each breath feels. Feel the length of the breath in and out. Maybe notice the sound of the breath, the temperature of the air in the room, maybe any smells, any sensations around you. We'll just take a few moments to build that awareness. And maybe as you continue to focus on your breath, you notice that each breath becomes a little bit longer and fuller. Feeling the breath move in the body. Maybe noticing your chest rise and fall. Or as you deepen the breath, even noticing your abdomen rise and fall with each full breath in and out. And if you feel comfortable, you can move your breathing to only through the nose, so in and out through the nose. Finding the rhythm of your breath, the sound of your breath. And then just noticing how it feels to focus on your breathing. Something that we don't often do. Maybe feeling how your thoughts slow down when you breathe more fully and deeply. And as we start to bring in some movements, just know that you can always come back to the breath. If you ever feel a strain or difficulty in a pose, just come back to the breathing. Let that be what grounds you and what you fall back to. Take a few more deep breaths in and out through your nose. Allow your energy to settle. And now we'll move into our practice. So making our way to a cross-legged position, breathing in, sweep the arms over the head, and exhale, hands down to the sides. Big breath in, reaching up, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, hands settle to your sides. One more breath in, reaching up tall, and exhaling, hands down. Your next breath in, reach up and over to the right side, finding a side body stretch. And then come back to center. Breathing in, up and over to the left, and back to center. Breathing in, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, twist to the left, maybe bringing your hand to your knee. And deep breathing in and out. Your next inhale, arms through center. And then twist off to the right. Gazing behind you. Breathing in and out. Inhale, rise back through center, and exhaling, twist to the left again. This time, bring your left arm up and then over to your right knee, crossing, letting your head drop. Big breath in, reach up through center, and exhale, twist to the right. Right arm rises to your ear and then crosses to left knee, dropping your head. Again, breathing in, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hand to knee, letting your head drop. Breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, twist right. Right arm up to your ear, and then crossing over and fold. Slowly rise up. Hands to knees, and then a few times just do some seated cats and cows. So arching the back, lifting the heart, and then dropping the head and rounding the spine. Just doing a few of these at your own pace. Deep breathing. Now we'll make our way to tabletop. So finding shoulders right over wrists, hips over your knees, and a flat back, so you could almost balance something on your low back. And then shifting the weight forward and back over your hands. So we're just starting to stretch out the wrists while also engaging the core and finding length in the spine. Then take your hands to face the edges of the mat and bending into one elbow and then the other, sway side to side. Again, stretching into the wrists and the shoulders. And last one, taking the hands, fingertips towards the body and swaying forward and back. And then now coming back to a neutral tabletop, we'll take a few cats and cows. So inhaling, shoulders roll back, belly drops, and then exhaling, rounding the spine. Inhaling, letting the belly drop, shoulders back. Exhale, round the upper back towards the ceiling. Inhaling, chest lifts, heart lifts. And exhaling, rounding the back up. And then the next time we'll come all the way forward to upward facing dog. So pressing into the hands, straightening the legs, and lifting the heart. And then on your exhale, shifting back to child's pose, settling into the hips. Rounding forward, pressing into the hands, lifting the heart, upward dog. Exhale back, child's pose. A few more times, rolling forward, pressing into the hands. Then exhaling, hips back, child's pose. Slowly coming forward. And then this time we'll come back to tabletop. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, thread the arm through, adjusting as you need, and then let your cheek come onto the ground. Extending the left hand forward, finding a stretch. Deep breathing here, and then coming back up through center, finding again your neutral tabletop. Left arm sweeps up on your inhale, and then threading through, thread the needle. Deep breathing into your twist. And then pressing back up to tabletop. And then from here, pressing into the hands, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking some time to ease into your first downward dog of the day. And really pressing into the hands. So you don't want your shoulders to be over your wrists. You want to be pressing into your hands, lengthening your spine back. And it's okay if you have to bend your knees or stay high on your toes, but really focus on that straight back. From here, coming forward to a plank, finding length, and then lowering halfway down chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog, and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees, and then walk your feet slowly forward to meet your hands. And rise to stand. So from here, we'll move into our sun salutation, Surya Namaskar A. On your inhale, arms sweep up, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhaling, step back to plank and lower halfway down through chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling, press back, downward facing dog. Deep breathing here. Allowing the breath to settle. And then inhale, rise to your toes, bend your knees, and walk your feet forward to your hands. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, release. Slowly rise to stand, and hands to heart. Inhaling, arms sweep up, exhaling, fold down. Breathing in, flat back. Exhale, step back and lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And take a few deep breaths. And then on your next breath in, rise to your toes and exhale, come forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And slowly rise to stand. One more time, breathing in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back and lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to your toes, bend to your knees, and make your way to the front of the mat. Half lift and fold. Slowly rise up and hands to heart. Breathing in, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold down.
Inhale, halfway lift, and exhaling, step back and lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to lower into child's pose. So bending the knees, sinking the hips back, pressing into the hands, lengthening the spine, feeling the stretch in your low back. And then slowly we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. So as you're ready, hips lift. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly rise to stand. And hands to heart. Now moving into our Sun B salutation, we'll sink our hips back into chair pose. Making sure that your back is flat, so tucking the tailbone under, finding a flat back and lifting the heart. Making sure you can see your toes so your knees are back, trying to get your knees over your ankles. And deep breathing. And then folding down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then this time exhaling, we'll just step the right foot back, finding a low lunge. And from here, moving with our breath, we'll exhale, straighten the front leg, and inhale back to lunge. Exhale, fold over the leg, and inhale back to your lunge. Stepping back to plank and lowering through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. A few deep breaths here, and then the right leg sweeps back and steps between the hands. And then again, we'll inhale forward and exhale back to fold. Inhale to lunge, exhale, straighten and fold. Moving with your breath. A few more times. And then back foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, release down. And then finding chair pose again, sinking hips back. And slowly rise to stand, hands to heart. Taking a few breaths. And then inhale, sinking back to chair pose. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back to low lunge. This time, keeping the left hand planted, sweep your right hand up on your inhale to twist, and exhale the hand down. Inhaling, open, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale, down, plant the hand, step back. And flow through your vinyasa, making your way back to downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. And then inhaling left leg up and step the foot between the hands. Again, on your inhale, open twist. Exhaling down. Inhaling, opening the twist. Exhaling down. Planting the hands, and then back foot steps forward to the front of the mat. Fold, flat back, release, and slowly rise all the way up to stand, and hands to heart. Now we're going to add a little bit more, moving into a vinyasa. So inhaling, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step all the way back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts, upward dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. From here, sweeping your right leg up behind you. And then on your exhale, bring your knee to your nose, shifting the weight to the hands. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step the foot between the hands. Lowering the back heel to the mat, slowly rise up, finding Warrior One, making sure that your hips are still facing forward. Take a few deep breaths, focusing on the alignment of the hips. Taking your left hand to your left hip and making sure that hip is still tilting forward. Straightening the legs, and then slowly lower down through your pyramid, again continuing to check the alignment of the hips so that both hips are pointing forward and down. Deep breathing. Now we're going to pivot the back foot out to 90 degrees, and now allow the hips to fully open so you can feel that left hip coming back. Left arm reaches up. And deep breathing here. Slowly rise up and then bend the front knee, maybe lengthening your stance and finding Warrior Two. Roll the shoulders back a few times. And then on your inhale, reverse your warrior, and exhale, bring forearm to front thigh and find side angle lunge. So finding length through the left side body. Slowly rise back up, reverse your warrior, and then cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot, step back, and flow through your vinyasa, meeting back in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in your downward dog. And then on your next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, extending back. And knee to nose. Plant the foot between the hands. Back heel drops, keeping those hips facing forward. And slowly rise, making our way to Warrior One. Few deep breaths here. And then this time taking right hand to right hip, again pointing those hips forward, straightening the front leg, and then slowly folding into our pyramid pose. Keep checking those hips, pointing them forward. And now pivoting the back foot to 90 degrees, we're going to make our way to triangle, allowing the hips to open. Taking a few breaths, opening through the upper body. And then from here, rising up, bending the front knee, and finding Warrior Two, keeping that open hip stance. Try to relax the shoulders while keeping your arms lifted. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Top hand reaches towards the front of the room. Deep breathing in your side angle lunge. Slowly rise, reverse your warrior, and cartwheel the hands down, stepping back and flowing through your vinyasa, meeting back in downward facing dog. And then we're just going to walk the feet forward and make our way down to a seated position. Extending both legs in front of you. Take a deep breath in, sweeping your arms up, and then reach forward as far as you can with a flat back, then letting your hands come down and relaxing your head and your neck. falling forward. Slowly rise back up, and then bring your left knee into your chest. Inhale, sweeping arms up, and exhaling, twisting to the left, maybe hooking your arm across your leg, looking behind you. And then letting your left knee fall out, taking right hand to left knee, and left hand sweeps up and over towards your right toes. Deep breathing. And slowly rise up, coming back to legs straight, and then right knee hugs into your chest, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Few deep breaths here. Then right knee drops, left hand to right knee, and right hand up and over towards the left toes. Deep breathing. Slowly rise up and bring both feet in and together for butterfly pose. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold down. Slowly rise back up. And then we'll make our way onto our backs, slowly lowering down. And then crossing the right ankle across the left thigh, threading the arms between the legs and grabbing on the back of the shin or the back of the left thigh. Finding your figure 4. So feeling a nice opening in the right hip as you pull the left leg towards your body. Few deep breaths. Feeling the stretch. And then release down. Taking the other side, left ankle across right thigh, threading the arms through. Grasping the right leg where it feels comfortable and pulling towards you. And then slowly release. Maybe let your knees sway side to side. Then from here we're setting up for bridge pose. So make sure that your feet are close to your body so your fingertips can brush against your heels. Then inhaling, lifting the hips up, pressing into the feet and the hands. Keeping your chin tucked. Chest lifting up. And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower down. And we'll take that one more time. So when you're ready, pressing again into feet and hands, hips lift up. Taking a few breaths, really lifting through the chest, and then slowly lowering back down. Maybe again letting your knees sway from side to side a few times. And then hug your right knee into your chest, giving yourself a final stretch here. And then extending both legs, arms overhead. And then switching sides, left knee into your chest, hugging in. And then extending the legs down. And now just setting up for your final resting pose, Shavasana. So feet go to the corners of your mat. Arms rest by your sides, palms facing up. Really take a moment or so here to find the most comfortable position and make the adjustments that you need so that you can be completely comfortable for the next few moments. So coming back to your breathing, finding the gentle rhythm of your breath, letting go of all effort in your body, maybe scanning through, starting from your toes, and just making sure that every muscle is completely relaxed. Relaxing the calves, the thighs, feeling your hips sinking into the mat, your low back, your abdomen holding no tension, just completely relaxed and at ease. Relaxing your chest and your shoulders, your arms, and all the way to your fingertips. Relaxing your neck, your jaw, your mouth. Even seeing if you can relax the skin of your face, the brows, and the space between the brows so that there is no tension in your face at all. And then from here, just allowing yourself to enjoy the slowness and the stillness. If your mind begins to wander, just simply come back to the breath with no judgment of your thoughts, but just letting them go as quickly as they come so that you can return to the breath in the present moment and enjoy a few moments here of quiet. And now very slowly, very gently bringing some awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, rolling the ankles and the wrists. And then taking a big stretch, extending the arms overhead and the legs long, pointing the toes. And then hugging the knees into the chest, roll onto your side. very slowly, you can make your way up to seated, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze relaxed, allowing yourself to be gentle and slow as you return to the moment, finishing your practice and moving into the rest of your day. So thank you all for practicing with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And please let me know if you have any thoughts or feedback, because I'd love to share more of these videos with you. Thanks again, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.